Brought to you by 1AAuto.com, your source for quality replacement parts and the best service on the internet.
Hi, I'm Don from 1A Auto. I hope this how-to video helps you out. And the next time you need a part for your vehicle, think of 1AAuto.com. Thanks.
In this video, we're going to show you how to replace the outer tie rod on this 2004 Volkswagen Jetta. And we show you on the passenger side, but the driver's side is a similar procedure. And the items you'll need for this is a new outer tie rod from 1AAuto.com, 17mm socket and ratchet, 19 and 22mm wrenches, 6 and 7mm Allen wrenches or bits, torque wrench, jack and jack stands, and depending on the condition of your vehicle, you may also need a hammer. And it's important to note that after you do any work on your inner or outer tie rods, that you should get a professional alignment done after the procedure. Start off using a 7mm Allen and just prying out these lug nut caps. We'll fast forward as he does the rest of those. And you'll notice that this lug nut is a little different than the others. You're going to need a key to remove it. And that key can be found right here next to your jack stand in your trunk. And you can just push it into that lug nut, and now it removes just like a regular lug nut. And if you don't have air-powered tools, you're going to want to loosen up these lug nuts, then raise the vehicle and remove them the rest of the way. Once the lug nuts are removed, the wheel will pull right off. On the back of your wheel, right here is your outer tie rod, and you want to measure from right here to the end of your outer tie rod and write down that measurement.
22?
Then using a 22mm wrench, just loosen up this nut right here. Use a 6mm Allen bit or wrench up through the bottom of your tie rod, and then a 19mm wrench to loosen up and remove that nut. And we'll just fast forward as Don does this. And our tie rod lifts up and out. Typically, it'll put up a bit more of a fight, so you just want to hammer right here on the knuckle, and then you should be able to pull it up and out too. And now just remove it from the inner tie rod by just twisting it off. And we'll fast forward as Don does this. On the left is the old outer tie rod. On the right is the new one from 1A Auto. You can see they're identical, and they're going to fit exactly the same. Twist your new outer tie rod into place. And keep twisting it so that it's kind of tight on there. And then push it straight down into the knuckle. Then replace the nut, and using your Allen wrench and your wrench, you want to just tighten up that nut. Then torque this to about 50 foot-pounds. And then measure, make sure it's the same distance as what you had before. And if it is, tighten up this nut. Push the wheel back into place and line up the holes for the lug bolts. And then replace the lug bolts. And if you don't have air-powered tools, you want to tighten these preliminarily, lower the vehicle, and then tighten them the rest of the way. And then lower the vehicle and torque each lug nut to 100 foot-pounds in a crossing pattern. Replace your lug nut caps and you're all set.
We hope this video helps you out. Brought to you by 1AAuto.com, your source for quality replacement parts and the best service on the internet. Please feel free to call us toll-free, 888-844-3393. We're the company that's here for you on the internet and in person.